Good morning, very respected principal, Reverend Sister Leonie, our vice principal, Reverend Sister Anna, all my colleagues and my dear students. As we all know, on 28th February, we celebrated National Science Day. And in our school, we are going to celebrate this day today. So we are going to have some of the programs today. So including that, today we Anushka Nanamre, she is going to give a speech on National Science Day. So I invite Anushka to come forward and give the speech on National Science Day.
Imagine a world without electricity, medicine or internet. It's almost impossible, right? That is the power of science. It has transformed our lives and continues to shape our future. Good morning to our respected principal, dedicated teachers and all my dear friends. I am Anushka from 6C. Today on National Science Day, I'm honored to stand before you and speak about a man who turned his wonder into a Nobel Prize, Sir Chandrasekhara Venkata Raman. The story of Raman effect didn't start in a high-tech laboratory, but on a ship. In 1921, while traveling across the Mediterranean Sea, Raman was mesmerized by its blue color. At that time, people believed that the sea was blue as it reflected the sky. But Raman, driven by his natural curiosity, doubted this. He used a simple handheld instrument called spectrometer right there on the deck of that ship and realized that the sea itself was scattering the light. After 7 years of rigorous research, on February 28, 1928, he finally proved his theory. In simple terms, Raman effect occurs when a beam of light passes through a liquid or a gas and some of the light is scattered. He discovered that a tiny fraction of this scattered light changes its wavelength and thus its color. This change acts as a fingerprint for the molecule it hits. This was the first ever visual proof of quantum nature of light ever observed by an Indian scientist, and the impact was immediate. For this discovery, Sir C.V. Raman was awarded Nobel Prize in 1930, making him the first Indian and first Asian to win a Nobel Prize in the field of science. Now, you might wonder, how is this Raman effect useful to us? It is used everywhere. In medicine, to detect cancer cells without invasive surgery, at airports to identify different explosives or chemicals, and to study the structure of molecule and everything from space rocks to plants. Sir C.V. Raman once said, "I am the master of my failure. If I never fail, how will I ever learn?" He proved that you don't need a billion-dollar equipment to make a world-class discovery. You need a keen eye and a questioning mind. He conducted his prize-winning experiment using the equipments that barely cost few rupees at that time. As we celebrate this day, let us look at the world around us, the blue sky, the green leaves, the technology in our hand, and never stop asking how and why. Now let us carry the torch of Raman's curiosity into the future and pledge to use science for the betterment of humanity. At last, I would like to conclude my speech by saying few lines in Hindi. विज्ञान केवल प्रयोगशाला में नहीं, हमारी जिज्ञासा और सोच में होता है. जय हिंद, जय विज्ञान. थैंक यू.
देखो मित्रों, खोलो मन के द्वार, खुली नजर से देखो मित्रों, खोलो मन के द्वार. जो है जैसा वैसा क्यों है, इस पर करो विचार. जो है जैसा वैसा क्यों है, इस पर करो विचार. आस पास की दुनिया किन नियमों पर चलती है, किसके कहने पर ये पृथ्वी घूमती रहती है. सूझबूझ से सब प्रश्नों के उत्तर हो साकार. जो है जैसा वैसा क्यों है, इस पर करो विचार. जो है जैसा वैसा क्यों है, इस पर करो विचार. जो है जैसा वैसा क्यों है, इस पर करो विचार.
As teachers and all the young scientists, I feel that without science there is no life. Science is the basic of all the inventions, all the discoveries. So I want to say one thing. Once Gandhi said after the freedom struggle, and he said that point that instead of the destructive methods, my dear people, you have to constructive method. So and that constructive method and constructive practices are we are doing in the life today in the society for the improvement. So without science there is nothing. So we have to do all the things, whatever the inventions we are doing, so that we have to do for the construction of the humanity, not for the destruction of the humanity. Happy Science Day greetings to all of you once again, and may God bless you all, especially the children celebrating their birthday today. Thank you.